Hiya. Hi again. I'm going for like a mohawk long hair ponytail, so it's in the middle right now. I'm only 42, I know I look about 55, but with shaving, with my hair done, I look much better. But that aside, yes, Johnson& and Johnson's, I made a big deal about there being formaldehyde in the baby shampoo, right? So now we know, right, that cradle cap that a lot of kids get, it was actually caused by the Johnson& Johnson's baby shampoo, caused by the formaldehyde is going hard on our heads as babies, causing a blood ceiling. Basically, what it was doing, obviously, was is like hardening up on your head. We all know what cradle cap is if you've had kids. My son has got three big sisters who are mixed race, mixed Afro Caribbean, American, Scottish, white, black, right? Their mum's white, their dad was black, he was in the Navy, and they are. I treated my son exact way I treated them. I didn't treat them any different. They're my girls. I would die for them. If they phone me right now and said somebody's at my door, try to kick it in, I would fly there. I would get there so quick on my bike that you would need to be in a car speeding to beat me, put it that way, because family's everything to me. Even if we've been separated and for a while now, and but the girls know. Like if they ever called me and said that they needed me, I wouldn't hesitate. I wouldn't hesitate. So nobody can call me racist, right? I've had I've had friends of every colour, every creed, every race, and that's because we respect each other's choices, we respect each other's culture, we respect each other's point of view. That's what humanity is. Now, it's really, see when I hear white people in America shouting about bloody asylum seekers, right? Trump's not trying to get rid of all asylum seekers. He's not wanting rid of all the Mexicans that are there working or the doctors or whatever, right? That's not the case. He's wanting rid of the illegals that the Democrats literally flew and bust in from literally the worst places you can imagine, almost all gang members of soldier age. It's different. We want to bring in families who are running from war, right? We can't expect to blow a country to pieces, and that's the repercussions of doing that. Is we have to accept in them asylum seekers that are running from war. That doesn't mean we want to be infiltrated by people who are radicalised that are going to then radicalise more people to teach the misconstrued parts of the Quran, right? Now, I have nothing against Muslims. I believe they can believe what they want. But see, if you shout anything to me about Muhammad, or you follow Muhammad, or you look at Muhammad like he was special, to me, you're a paedophile supporter and you should be on fucking Alligator Island, right? Simple as that. Alligator Island, Alligator Prison, whatever you want to call it. I wouldn't even have outer fences, you know. just let the alligators eat them one by one, right? Because every criminal in this world they can be uh, rehabilitated, right? A murderer, a everything, every single kind of person you can think on that's been to prison can be reformed, right? I know murderers that have left prison that have changed their whole entire lives to help people get back into society, decent, good human beings. They've just had a really bad, I mean, we've all had a really bad day. All it takes is a bad day on alcohol and your whole entire life's down the pan. We've all been there. The biggest, I've had problems. I've had mental health problems and PTSD since youth. So obviously I end up alcohol and drink and drugs. And I'll tell you now, I never had anywhere near the size of problems that I had when I was when I was a drinker. That all the drugs I took whenever I was on drugs or hooked or addicted or rattling sick, I never stole, I never so that's inside you already. Drugs don't turn you into a thief and a robber, right? That's just an excuse for you to do it, right? Because I'd lie in my bed sick for 3 4 days and get clean before ever lifting something that wasn't mine, you know. I'm getting off course, but like I said, everybody in prison can be reformed. You know what? Who can't? Pedophiles, right? Pedophiles and predators, right? They are not wired up the same way as us. There's no point in trying to put yourself in their shoes and think, how could they do that? Right? Because any real normal human being, their natural reaction is to help a child that's crying. You want to stop it crying. You want to help it in any way. If I saw a pram rolling onto a road and there was a bus coming, I don't care if I'm getting hit by that bus. Before I even get time to process anything, I know for a fact I would be on the road running towards that pram, right? These people cannot be reformed. Can you change somebody's sexuality? You can't put somebody in prison and change them from being gay to straight, right? So what makes you think that we could change paedophiles? Because their sexuality, their sexual attract. You know, there's actually now a thing, like an actual group that's legal, and it's like, what's it called? MADS or something? Men attract, what? Men attracted to minors or something. MAMS or something like that it's called, right? This is a real thing. Adults attracted to minors, whatever it is, right? Or uh, minor attracted adults or some shit like that it's called, right? I mean, come on. That's a good place to start monitoring, right? The problem is paedophiles protect paedophiles, meaning lots of judges and shit like that are Masons, Illuminati. These type of people are really evil, and this is part of their evolution, a part of their pecking order that bestiality and paedophilia go hand in hand with Satanism, right? Like I said, paedophiles are the only people in the world who can't be reformed. You cannot change somebody's sexuality. So, yeah, paedophiles should be jailed and monitored forever. Technically, my point of view, I would castrate them. Physically, chemically, whatever way. It might be inhumane. It's better than letting them bloody beast the planet. We want our woman to be able to walk home after the pub and not get gang raped because and they'll say, well, you know, she was dressing scantily clad, she had her skirt up, her skirt's a belt, and her tits are hanging out. That doesn't matter, mate. This is their country, they can do what they want, but we aren't going to allow these people any longer to rape and pillage our country. Now, I am a Celtic fan, as you see, but I'm Scotland first, right? I'm about Scotland, I'm about our security, our people, our fucking children, right? And I have never called myself British. I always hated that I was British, alright? But when Tommy Robinson spoke about the real threat that we're under right now, this is the point of no return. We are right at the cusp where 2 generations we are a minority in our own country. This can't happen. It would be okay if they didn't want to kill us and rape us and make us war slaves, prisoners of war, or spoils of war, right? Like Sophia, didn't Mohammed, I think it was Mohammed, I might be wrong, who married the 6-year-old, waited till she was 9, and Sophia, when they raided, I'm not sure where it was, but they killed Sophia's wife, Sophia's husband, and brother, who were obviously warriors in royalty, and I'm sure Mohammed, if I'm not correct, please correct me in the comments, but no, nobody, no woman, you're not going to kill a woman's husband and brother, and she is not going to marry you that night, willfully, okay? If you think that was willfully, you are off your nut, right? Think if somebody came, murdered your husband, murdered your wife, if some Nefertiti came, right? Egyptian warriors, killed your wife, killed your sister, you telling me you're going to marry that bitch the same night? Yeah. To kill her in her sleep. Sophia should have cut his throat in his sleep, but this is how he turned things around from there being travelling the desert to invading, raping, and pillaging. That was his secret code. That was what he found worked. So all his stuff earlier that's peaceful, preaches Islam's a peaceful hike. As he gets older, he changes all of that to a completely different story. It then becomes rape, pillage, murder, take by force, right? Then you have the fear of the people and compliance, right? Now, why do you think the royal families all around the world have been eliminated one by one? Eh? Yeah, we've got our king here who just stripped his brother Andrew of his titles, right? They still haven't let FBI or CIA talk to Prince Andrew, right? Funny how Virginia Giuffre, a month before going to court, gets she gets crashed into. I don't know if she was on a bus or whatever it was, but whatever they done, she literally she put up a post. She said that like I've got like 4 days to live or something. She was dead in a week. Funny how that was a month before going to actually going to court and naming names and times and places and putting dangerous people in prison, right? Now, I don't know if Trump is in it, right? To be honest, I think 100% if Trump was in it, there's no way he would have won, right? Because Biden in the administration, they had all of this, right? Why do you think they raided these places? Epstein's, Diddy's, right? They done that to get all the blackmail stuff and get rid of it. Then they've tried to put Trump in there. I mean, Bill Clinton was like 20 flights, yet they've got one picture of Trump with Epstein. And then they may even saying, oh, I know he likes girls even on a younger age, right? Come on. He was trying to say it without saying it because he knows that this group of people run the world. What was the last time JFK said? Our biggest danger to our society is actually secret societies and secret agencies. That's what he said. He was going to dismantle the CIA because they were funding illegal wars, dropping 50,000 machetes in the middle of the desert in Africa for the African warriors to go and start beheading all the Christians, right? We get people, white Christians here in Britain, shouting about Gaza, stupid gays and all that, gays for Gaza and that. Yous would be the first ones lynched. You imagine going, oh my God, man, they would torture you, then set you on fire in the street, right? You're off your nut if you think that unholy alliance isn't going to end with yous first getting dropped. They need yous for the numbers, for the votes, and you're stupid enough to do it. They will kill you instantly. They hate us, Christians, because we believe in Jesus and God, right? And he doesn't like the gays either. And my son's gay, and my daughters are black, so nobody can call me racist or homophobe or any of that. You can hit me with any of them labels, and I will shut you down because I don't discriminate against anybody. I love everybody. I'm a person of love. I'm a person, but I'm also a person, I'm a protector. And I will protect my country, I will protect my virtues, and I will protect my culture. I will especially protect any any vulnerables, pets, animals, children, vulnerable. I don't care if I know them or not. I will die to help someone who's vulnerable. I mean, I've been hospitalised a few times for interjecting and seeing somebody be attacked by a group of guys for being gay or for whatever reason, and I've stepped in and I can fight okay, but if there's six of them, you know you're going to have a hard time at it. So, yes, I would I would protect that person. I've done it. I got my I mean I've got myself kicked almost to death uh, for cutting in, but I probably saved that guy's life. You know, never seen him after it. Never seen him, but he did wait in the hospital until I was awake and thanked me. So Tommy Robinson might not be your kind of guy, and might not be your person. You might not want to look up to a person like him, but it's people like him we need to save us. It's only going to be, by the looks of it, us white Christian men. I want to tell Tommy Robinson from here, I've never called myself British in my life until Tommy Robinson, a week before the march, where there was between 3 and 5 million people in London, and BBC reports on it and says 180,000 people. Like, we've seen 180,000 people in one one uh, one screen from a drone. Just one picture, you could see that many people. You know what I mean? All in that big monument. The streets were full. It kept going. It kept going. It kept going. 180,000. The BBC. I hope to God that Trump takes down the BBC. Do you know, everybody in Britain? Do you know why you pay for your TV license? BBC. I argued with the last TV license person that came to my door, and I said, listen, I refuse point blank to fund a paedophile organisation. They covered up Jimmy Savile for long enough, and Rolf Harris, the only person who's ever done a portrait of the Queen, by the way. You're telling me MI5 and MI6 have not vetted the living shit out of every single person who come close to the royal family? Of course they do. What's Prince Andrew do after Epstein gets out of jail and is allowed out for work experience and all that? He's got a section in the jail to himself. Come on, man. As they call it, the sweetheart deal that he got. I'm sure it was Cuomo who was the how can you get done for solicitation of a minor? That doesn't exist. That doesn't exist. They can't bloody they can't say yes, right? What do you call it? They can't consent. So no, how the hell can you get charged with soliciting of a minor? No, that's paedophilia. That's also trafficking minors. That's sex trafficking. And what did he get? What, like a year and a half, where he only went to jail for the weekend and the nights? I mean, he was out from 7 in the morning to 6 at night or something. Come on, man. Who the hell gave him that deal? Because you can't it shouldn't be possible to legally get done with solicitation of a minor. They can't consent. So that's rape. That's raping a minor. Right? Simple. It's obviously not that simple because the bastard was out. And what does Prince Andrew do? Goes and visits him for 2 days to break up friendship with him. Come on, if my friend gets done for being a wrong'un, I ain't going to go and visit him and say, sorry, we can't be friends anymore. No, he would be going directly to the hospital, right? I don't care if I go to prison. I will, like most people in this world, paedophiles are targeted. Now they say they'll do you with a hate crime for battering or beating up a paedophile. It's a hate crime. What? What? The person should be on Snake Island. You know what I mean? They should all be on Snake Island, as far as I'm concerned. No, like I said, paedophiles are the only criminal in this world that can't be reformed. You can't change someone's sexuality. Doesn't work. They need chemically, even better, physically castrated. But it still wouldn't change them from being sick. They need locked away forever. So anyway, I've talked way too long. This will take 6 weeks to upload. I've put up like 10 videos on YouTube and they just disappear. So now I record my videos and then upload them to YouTube. Because when I start recording my video on YouTube, not one of them has been put on my channel. It just disappears when I press stop. Drives me potty. Anyway, God bless America. God bless Scotland. God bless Britain. And Tommy Robinson, there's a new, see, Glasgow showed it, Birmingham showed it, everywhere showed it, that we are uniting against this common evil and it isn't going to stop. Nope, government needs to learn. The people who don't want to assimilate into our culture and our country need to leave. We don't expect you to change your religion or anything like that. We just expect you to respect our culture and our countries, the way we live. If you don't want to live the way we live, go back to Iran or Syria or wherever you came from. See how well you get on there, okay? Because Christians are under attack and you've got these stupid people shouting about freeing Gaza. Like, hold on a minute. What about the thousands of Christians being murdered in Nigeria lately? I've been talking about the genocide in where is it? Jesus Christ, right? Is it Lebanon or Libya? Anyway, it was either Dubai or Saudi Arabia who have been doing this genocide for 40 years. Yemen, right? There may be terrorist organisations or whatever in Yemen, but they have been genocided for 30 years and they've only started talking about it recently. Why is that? Because they want you looking elsewhere. Like, hold on, we'll pull this up. That gets them sidetracked, right? Come on, wake up, people. You're falling for what the government want, right? It's not the government we voted in. It's the people behind it. The legal bribery. It's called lobbying, right? Legal bribery. You know what I mean? Anyway, I hope to God this message gets through to some people and there's going to be a new group in town and it's going to be UTK BDL, the British Defence League. Not the English, the British. The Scottish and the English, we're going to unite. Everybody's going to unite against the common evil and the common enemy. We need to stop fighting each other, start looking for the real culprits. I may get into trouble for this. I don't care. I just got 5 weeks in jail and because I got a 28-year-old who was going to be a 14-year-old girl who just lost her dad. Mum's a crackhead roaster. And I reported it. I was lifted that night after reporting them. Then 2 days later, Easter Sunday, police come busting in my mum's door at my back with truncheons out and everything. And arrested me. Easter Sunday. Well, another paedophile said that I'd threatened him. Another lie. You know, they changed where I was in prison. And so neither my family or my lawyer knew where I was. They moved me to another prison, sneakily, which is miles and miles away. And they messed with me. Let me know. because I got the social worker sacked and I was shouting about the pedos and the Masons. They dropped my case. Nobody told me. Police never told me my curfew was finished. The lawyers never told me. The police, the judge, I never heard a word back. I phoned and they said your case has been flung out. Aye. I had no information from anybody. So that shows you that's the way it's happening. 5 weeks in jail because I got a 14-year-old girl away from a 20-year-old man. She needed somebody to love for her and care for her, a guardian, not some bastard to take advantage of her poor, wee lost 14-year-old girl. It makes me so angry. It's worth 5 weeks in the jail. I'd do it again if it frees a 14-year-old girl away from a 28-year-old paedophile and get the social worker the sack. I think that's why they were so angry, because I went after them all. I didn't care. I didn't care. And I still don't care. I'll fight. I was born a fighter. Bruce Lee's my hero. I might be wee and small, but try me. I ain't no easy man target. Let's go. BDL.